The best travel codes are often the deepest and most powerful. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I love this travel quote because it relates to both traveling and life in general. Even the most foreign country or faraway places aren't light years away. The journey may appear long and intimidating, but when you take one step at a time, it's manageable. I think this is the perfect way to begin a list of the best quotes for travel lovers. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. This quote about traveling is one about leadership and charting your own course when everybody else is doing the same thing. While I enjoy the Londons and Romes of the world, I prefer the off the beaten path places. Visiting such destinations make me feel more like an explorer, one of the many joys of traveling. I am not the same, having seen the moon shine on the other side of the world. This travel quote really resonates with me. I will never be the same having seen the moon, the stars, and the sun shine in different places around the globe, whether you are in Boston or Bogota. The moon doesn't change shape or shine any differently, but the lens with which you view it does. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Though this is a popular travel quote, I think it has practical applications beyond traveling. Losing sight of the shore is akin to getting out of your comfort zone, which is key to unlocking your full potential. This is definitely one of my favorite adventure quotes. We take photos as a return ticket to a moment otherwise gone. I love this one in particular. I think it's one of the best travel quotes for an Instagram caption. Photos let us capture special moments and allow us to relive them. Videos are even better. Here is my new and improved version of this quote. We take videos as a return ticket to a moment otherwise gone. There is a sunrise and a sunset every single day, and they are absolutely free. Don't miss so many of them. As this quote implies, you don't have to travel the world or spend money to see a sunset. One of life's greatest treasures can be seen from your own backyard, though they also look spectacular in Aruba and Hawaii. Traveling, it leaves you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller. This is definitely among the most inspiring travel quotes. One experience that totally left me speechless was seeing the aurora borealis in West Iceland. Oh, the places you will go. This is one of my favorite travel and life quotes because it means something different to everyone. My destiny may not be the same as yours, but oh, the places you will go. You have brains in your head, feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You are on your own and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go. Wherever you go becomes a part of you somehow. Each of us today is a product of all our past experiences. Family and friends leave an indelible impact on our lives, as do the many places we see and experience. This is definitely one of the best travel the world quotes out there. Take only memories, leave only footprints. With over tourism and climate change presenting challenges to our global community, I think this travel code is more relevant than ever. As travelers, we should keep our footprints at a minimal in order to best preserve the world's cultural and natural treasures for generations to come. Travel makes one modest. You see what a tiny place you occupy in the world. This inspiring quote about traveling really put things in perspective. I remember when my hometown was the center of the universe, it was all ever knew. The older I got, the further I ventured away from home into this vast world. I went off to college, studied abroad, worked, played, and traveled with each trip. My perception of the world grew larger, while my old world became smaller. Traveling enhances our understanding of the world, but it also exposes how little we know, making us feel like a small fish in a big pond. Fear is only temporary, regrets last forever. Fear is one of the biggest deterrents in all aspects of life, including traveling. But what we should be fearing more than fear itself is regret. I have found that the most interesting, culturally enriching vacations are often the most uncomfortable. I am scared of flying, though I have taken hundreds of flights and will hopefully take many more. Whether it's my fear of flying, fear of getting food poisoning by eating Chinese hot pot, or fear of getting mugged in Colombia, these fears pale in comparisons to my fear of regret. I hope you can overcome these fears too. If you're 22, physically fit, hungry to learn and be better, I urge you to travel as far and as widely as possible. Sleep on floors if you have to. Find out how other people live and eat and cook. Learn from them wherever you go. A lot of young people say they don't travel because of money reasons, but 99% of the time, I think it has more to do with lifestyle than anything else. If you are young, fit, and able, the luxurious resorts, ditch, and sleep in hostels instead. Forget the filet mignon and foie gras and instead buy food from supermarkets. Your dollar will go much further this way, which will allow you to travel more often and live like a local. Stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start being excited of what could go right. I love this quote and will probably frame it on my wall at some point. Fear is something that really holds people back. But imagine the possibilities when you relinquish the bad and replace it with the good. The most beautiful thing in the world is, of course, the world itself. The world is my inspiration. This is such a beautiful quote for those seeking to travel the world. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. This is one of my favorite inspirational travel quotes. Traveling provides us with new lenses to view the world. Traveling allows you to become so different versions of yourself. Traveling allows you to become so many different versions of yourself. Traveling has taught me many things I didn't know about myself, including how much I love spicy foods and learning languages. These are all things that I didn't have a particular interest in growing up, but now I really appreciate since becoming a full time traveler. We travel initially to lose ourselves, and we travel next to find ourselves. This is such an inspirational travel quote about throwing off the safety net of your familiar surroundings to discover new areas of the world and ourselves. Wandering re-establishes the original harmony which once existed between man and the universe. I love exploring the outdoors. It feels good to be left to my own devices in the middle of nature so I can fully appreciate the world around me. As this quote suggests, to travel the world is to re establish a connection with the outdoors. The life you have led doesn't need to be the only life you have. So inspirational, the perfect quote about traveling. All we have to do is what to do with the time that is given us. Time, like happiness, is something you can't buy, but by learning how to properly manage it, you can accomplish all your dreams and achieve happiness at the same time.